Iran's human rights crisis has been a growing problem that is still continuing throughout Iran. It is very important for people to know because it shows the lack of human rights in the nation, which is one of the most basic principles that every nation should follow. In the past, Iran has been known for cruel tortures and inflictions on its people for very small and vague reasons. For example, the Iran hostage crisis in the late 1970s is one famous historical example of disregarding human rights. This hostage taking was instigated by a religious leader, Ayatollah Khomeini. Students from Tehran University climbed the walls of the U.S. consulate in Tehran and demanded their rights for a peaceful protest with the U.S. consulate grounds. But upon entering, they stormed into the offices, and 52 U.S. consulate employees were captured as hostages and paraded around the city with hands tied behind their backs and blindfolded. Other Iranian students and citizens working for the U.S. consulate were captured as well. The hostages were given no promise of right to live, so they lived in terror as prisoners in Iran. This cruel example shows the lack of respect for human dignity. The human rights crisis has disturbed the UN and other human rights organizations. Several articles from UN Declaration are being broken routinely. It is important for us to assess the situation because these are rights every human deserves to have, but Iranian citizens do not. If the religious and government authorities follow the rules set by their constitution and by the UN, Iran citizens will thrive and Iran will gain back the respect of other nations. Human rights in Iran are not only limited to its citizens, but to all who is on their territory. In 2009, the Iranian Authority arrested U.S. hikers for trespassing. They were imprisoned for about 6 months in Iranian prison. Iranian police claimed these hikers were spies, but they were not able to find any legitimate proof. The authorities completely ignored the Declaration of Human Rights. This is another example of innocent people being held under cruel inflictions for vague or small reasons. These events disregard Article 5 of the Declaration of Human Rights, which states that no one shall be subjected to cruel torture or punishment. This proves Article 5 has continuously been broken by Iranian authority rule. Iran should start by allowing the right of freedom of religion. Article 2 of the Human Rights Declaration. This article will allow people the right to religion, language, and political opinion. It will prevent people from being exploited due to religious beliefs. This will make a huge impact on the civilians who are non-Shiite Muslim, which is over 15% of the Iranian population. The current situation that takes place in Iran has caused human rights organizations, such as the UN, to take action to this problem. Allowing people freedom of religion will not only allow job opportunities for those who are not employed with stable incomes, but also improve Iran's social structure and economy by deflating the inflation rate. It will also make Iran have a better overall reputation for their respect on human rights. More employment by all Iranian citizens will bring prosperity to all of Iran's citizens. All citizens, regardless of their religious beliefs, will live better lives, send their children to school without fear. Iran has many good universities, and more students will enroll in it and get a better education. Iran will slowly gain their reputation in the eyes of the world. Thank you.